KidNuz fans, are you looking for your next new adventure? There's a brand new podcast out now we think you and your family are going to love. It's called Mysteries About True Histories. Here's a preview.
From the creators of Who Smarted and Starglow Media comes a podcast full of mystery, adventure,
time travel and riddles,
and secret math.
Get ready to listen, laugh, and learn with Mysteries About True Histories every Thursday on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. Today is Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. And we begin with some slap-happy honeybees. Researchers in Japan have published slow-motion video showing the insects using their wings to smack hive-invading ants clear into next week. The images show the bees first leaning their bodies toward the ants to get a better angle, then swinging and making contact like a batter to a ball. Also, like your favorite player, though, sometimes they miss, and sometimes they hit it out of the park. It all happens very quickly and can only be seen with high-speed photography that can be slowed down later. The honeybees successfully swat the ants 1 out of every 2 or 3 times, meaning they're batting as high as 500. By baseball standards, they're super sluggers. The researchers say there's a lot about this behavior they don't understand yet, like whether it's an ability that honeybees are born with or if it's learned somehow. The study and the video is in the journal Ecology. Today is day 2 of the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, Illinois. This evening, the husband of Vice President Kamala Harris, Doug Emhoff, is scheduled to address the attendees. Democrats will also hold what they're calling a roll call celebration to mark the nominations of Vice President Harris and her VP running mate, Tim Walz. This is traditionally when the delegates for each state cast official votes for their party's presidential and vice presidential nominees. But this time, the official roll call was held earlier in the month, allowing both candidates to make the deadlines for all state ballots. Lots of other speakers are scheduled, including former presidents Barack Obama and Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's the world's smallest drone ever. A new drone built by Chinese engineers weighs less than a nickel, is small enough to fit in the palm of your hand, and runs on solar power as long as the sun is shining. It's about 10 times as small as and 600 times as light as the previous smallest solar drone. The researchers who built the tiny craft say their ultimate goal is to make one that's about the size of a mosquito. At that size, it would be nearly undetectable. There's a new twist in the ever-changing world of AI, or artificial intelligence. Some software developers are concerned that users will become friends with their artificial intelligence companions the way we do with our classmates and colleagues. The tendency to see human qualities in things that aren't human isn't unusual, but in this case, researchers fear some users might form emotional relationships with the AI and their devices and treat them as more than just things. While this could possibly help people who are lonely, it could also discourage them from forming real relationships. AI developers are encouraging users not to substitute AI time for honest-to-goodness human interactions. What are the best-behaved breeds of dogs? That's what the editors of the magazine Forbes Advisor wanted to find out. So they looked at data from over 5,000 dog owners for such qualities as learning, obeying commands, and being quiet and well-behaved. The top 5 breeds were Labrador Retriever, Rottweiler, Shih Tzu, Cane Corso, and Golden Retriever. The Labrador, however, was the only dog to get a perfect score in every category. Some dogs that didn't have such good behavior: the French Bulldog, Siberian Husky, Havanese, and don't tell Charlie Brown, the Beagle. Still to come, how an Amazonian tribe may hold the key to the fountain of youth. But first, today's KidNuz quiz. What are Japanese honeybees doing to ants that has scientists astonished? Slapping them out of their hives. The world's smallest drone, just created by Chinese scientists, weighs less than what? A nickel. Today is day 2 of what political event? the Democratic National Convention. According to Forbes Advisor, what breed is top dog for being best behaved? The Labrador Retriever. In today's KidNuz Kicker, deep in the Amazon rainforest in Bolivia, there's a tribe that seems to be aging slower than other people, astonishing healthcare experts. The Chimanes are a semi-nomadic community, meaning they wander part of the year to find food. Their active lifestyle means they spend very little time sitting. Because of this constant activity, individuals in their 80s are as agile as most other people in their 40s and 50s. Scientists think the activity slows many of the processes that make us age, and even the oldest members of the group show no typical signs of old age like arthritis or weakness. They also eat very lean food and lots of vegetables, and of course, they don't eat junk food. The takeaway from this is that being active is healthy no matter what your age. Before we go, we want to shout out our KidNuz classroom, starting with Mrs. Blanchard's Team Blanchard, the Vanguard Vikings, at Vanguard Charter Academy in Wyoming, Michigan. And in California, Mrs. Correa's Parkview Eagles at Parkview School, a dual immersion class of English and Spanish in El Monte. And Mr. Chima's West Park Eagles at West Park Elementary in Irvine. Teachers, if you'd also like a shout-out, you have to sign up. Forms are inside the Teacher's Lounge of our website at kidnuz.org. Thanks for listening. We'll see you back here for more KidNuz tomorrow morning.